How heavy is this game?
Get him, get him, get him, get him! Hell yeah!
Life and death. That's it.
You kiss your family on the dock, you never know if that's the last time or not.
I love Michigan City. It can be dead flat, or it could literally break boats in half. For this race, if it does get big, it's about survival. If it's flat, it's going to be an all-out dogfight.
I want this first place.
Michigan City, the greatest offshore racing site in the world. Don't miss it.
Checker flag, baby.
That was awesome. Best race of my life.
We return for day 2 of the XINSURANCE Great Lakes Grand Prix here in Michigan City, Indiana. Race World Offshore bringing you high-speed powerboat action here once again in Michigan City, LaPorte County. Todd Swafford along with Eric Colby of SpeedOnTheWater.com. Tristan Collins will join us in a moment with an XINSURANCE pit cam report. We see our boats that are going to get off the start at 11 o'clock this morning, the Super Vs, the Extreme boat that is running here, American Custom Marine, along with the Mod Vs and the Cat 300s. Beautiful day here, and we're expecting great racing as we had yesterday with qualifying and the bracketed class boats, as well as the Pro Class 1 boats that ran here yesterday on the amazing water, the beautiful waters, blue waters of Lake Michigan, and the amazing beaches and fans here in Michigan City, LaPorte. You're listening live at Race World Offshore's Facebook page and YouTube channel, also XINSURANCE Sports helping us, as well as WIMS Radio, 95.1 FM, 1420 AM. And we're also broadcasting this live to residents in the area at Access LaPorte County Media. Right now, let's get a feel for what's happening down in the pits. We'll be talking to her all day long. Tristan Collins joins us with the XINSURANCE pit cam here as we continue our broadcasting from Michigan City, Indiana.
Hey Todd, it's Tristan down here on the beach in the beautiful Michigan City, Indiana at the XINSURANCE Great Lakes Grand Prix. The beach is filling in, everything is perfect down here. The water, the weather, everything is gonna make up for a perfect day of racing. I can't wait to get interviews with these racers. Really, really hope to have a safe day of racing and overall a great day at Michigan City. All
right. That's Tristan Collins. She'll be joining us throughout the day from the XINSURANCE pit camp. Thanks to the entire team at XINSURANCE Sports that are helping us with this broadcast. Of course, Rick Lindsay and his son Parker will be flying in the XINSURANCE Helicam and giving us shots. Eric Colby joins me to start our racing. We've got an action-packed day here in various classes across the V-bottoms all the way to catamarans, Eric, and we're going to start off with some Vs and a couple of little cats that are running today.
Yeah, yesterday was kind of the undercard to get us whet our appetites for the main event today, and we'll go ahead and grab a quick lineup for the Super V boats that'll be in the first start. Lane 1 is SV1, Farnsworth Hancock Claims. Elijah Kingery is on the wheel, and Anthony Smith is throttling. The very popular 40-foot fountain Knuckleheads from St. Clair, Michigan. Ed Smith on the throttles. Ryan Klinick is driving. We are hearing from race control that the Cortez Cove fountain might be having an engine problem. They're slated to be in lane 3 with Kirk Brito driving and Rob Lockyer from the United Kingdom on the throttles. The lone entry in Extreme is American Custom Marine, a 42-foot fountain. Mike Knobloch is throttling. Chris Uzi is driving. In the Mod V race, which is the second start, we've got the boatfloater.com with Stephen Kildall on the wheel and his dad, Steve Kildall, a veteran of decades of offshore racing on throttles. Statement XINSURANCE, JJ Turk is from Cocoa Beach is driving, and Nick Buis is throttling, and they will be back out in their Class 1 boat later today. And then the 32-foot Phantom XINSURANCE Safe Cash with Rick Rabb driving and Scott Jobin on the throttles. And finally, in Cat 300, it's the battle of the youngsters, the TFR XINSURANCE. Cameron Turk is driving, Cocoa Beach, Florida. I think he's 18 or 19, and Owen Buis, only a couple years younger, is throttling. And the C22, the Jackhammer, is Connor Langheim is driving, and that's a 23 Argo, which is built in Scandinavia, and Ricardo Maldonado is throttling.
We're getting word from race control, Cortez Cove, water pressure issue, lost prime on water pump. So we'll see if they do get out of the pits here today. Here you have classic V-bottom boats that are racing here with the big naturally aspirated engines, the Mod Vs, single engines, the big Super Vs, and the Extreme Boat are twin engine inboards. This American Custom Marine boat, it's a special boat in its own class. It's an extreme boat, has the most power of any race team that we're seeing here in Michigan City this weekend. It's a 42 Fountain with twin 1350 Mercury Racing turbocharged engines. There you see Knuckleheads, and that's a boat that's raced here in Michigan City under a different name many years ago, but now the Knuckleheads team coming to race in Super V. The Super V boats, they're canopied Vs up to 46 feet, Holley-style carbureted engines, naturally aspirated only, up to 572 cubic inch with the compression ratio of 9.5 to 1, and they can use water ballast tanks to pick up and dump water. Won't see that here today. I imagine we have a beautiful race course out here, but the Super Vs are like the Super Cats, Eric, and going to make a lot of noise.
And probably for them a little flat. They'd want a little more bump to the water, especially the bigger boats. And the interesting thing with the SV1 is it's one of the few Super Vs with Arneson drives. Most of the boats have the Mercury number 6 racing drives.
Yeah, in terms of the weather, just so you know, I mean, yesterday we got that north wind all day coming across the lake and was blowing right on us pretty steady at 10 or above. And it brought a big chop with it when the wind comes across the lake sustained like that. Today it seems to have switched over to the east, sometimes leading to the east-southeast, and it's under 10. So as you can see, as you look out there, it's laying the water down. Now the Mod Vs, and as we look across, we see the American Custom Marine boat. The Mod Vs also naturally aspirated engines. They have a single inboard outboard. Yep. They're the small V bottoms in the 29 to the 32-foot range.
And the Cortez boat is off the screen. It's heading back in. So we're going to have a 2-boat race in Super V.
Yeah, so your Mod Vs are fun boats. They're limited to 5,600 horsepower, weigh about 4,750 pounds, up to 5,000 if they're triple-step boats, but I don't think there's any triple-step boats here racing today. 3-boat field, real fun class to watch, and your reigning world champion, the Statement Marine XINSURANCE boat with Buis and Turk, are out there on the water here. So good competition. Boatfloater.com has been the boat that has been dominant this year. They've been real fast.
Yeah, the guys really wish they had 5,600 horsepower. I think you meant RPM.
5,600 RPM is the RPM limit for the Mod Vs. And then our Cat 300 boats are really cool. It's a new class, introductory level classes. We look at the 76 Cortez Cove boat having some troubles going back to the pits here before the start of the race. Beautiful fountain. The Cat 300 boats, an entry level class in these 24, 23-foot catamarans. They're canopied, and they can run the Aporte hydraulic transom bracket. The C1 TFR insurance boat is running that. Because these catamaran boats, they have a single engine. When you have an engine running in the tunnel like that, being able to move your gear case up and down, the engine up and down, is a big help.
Yeah, and the nice thing, too, is the Cat 300 class gives newcomers to the sport a safer way to get into the sport with the fully enclosed cockpit. The open cockpit boats of the old days, things can happen. You can get thrown out. So they're strapped in there. It does bring an element of safety, and they're quick.
They
I
are
mean, those
quick. They're
single-engine boats running 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, we'll tell
I
you
don't
as
know
the
if they'll
race
do
goes
that.
on. I mean, talking to some of the guys that get in, they're a little scary. They're so quick. They're used to being in bigger boats. We saw the orange smoke just pass by, so we will have these boats starting very shortly. They mill and then get pulled up into 2 different starts here this morning. The Super V boats and the Extreme boat will run 10 laps, so they'll start first, and the second pace boat will come around, pick up the next group, which is going to be the Mod V boats and the Cat 300 boats.
Yeah, and Ryan Beckley will be back out. He's known mostly as the super stock rep and a super stock racer, but he will be starting the Mod V race. And he was telling me, I forgot what it's like to have to hold that flag up for the whole backstretch. It's, you know, you're going 50 miles an hour. That's a lot of drag that you're holding up there.
It's the Maximum Inflation live stream here at Race World Offshore. The new Maximus Quick Tire Inflation Kit by Maximum Inflation is the only U.S.-made valve that uses CO2 cartridges for your side-by-side motorcycle or ATV. Your machine got you there. The Maximus Quick Tire Inflation Kit gets you home. We got a yellow flag. We're about ready to get racing here in Michigan City, Indiana. What a fun race week it's been. Big turnout here at the 70 boat mark, and the fans turned out yesterday to watch the preliminaries and some racing in bracketed classes, and we thank all of the bracketed class teams that have come here to Michigan City once again and showed their support and raced yesterday. It was madness, and of course, as it is with bracketed class racing, you can't break out of your speeds, and there were a lot of breakouts, and that is being sorted right now as we speak. I imagine those results hopefully getting posted sometime soon. But we thank all of the bracketed class teams that came and showed their support to Michigan City as we see the Super Vs come up, and we're ready to go racing. From the Porte Performance Broadcast Center, you're looking at the Super Vs, and of course checking out is the American Custom Marine boat, so fast, but looking at Knuckleheads and Farnsworth. The boat nearest to shore is that twin 1350 horsepower engine boat. So we go back to the Super Vs from the XINSURANCE Helicam.
Anyone who's not awake, you will be soon. The roar of these boats is undeniable, and it's a great sound to hear again.
Now the start-finish line is in front of our broadcast position near the VIP area. There's a yellow buoy off, and this will mark the start of the race, lap number 1 of 10 for these boats. So that's American Custom Marine that you'll be seeing first. So we are underway.
And you know Knuckleheads is going to try to keep up with them. There they go into the turn. Now we're starting the second race on the screen, and it looks like Statement XINSURANCE is in lane 1. The Killdalls are in lane 2. And Statement has jumped out, and now we're back to the Super Vs. That's Farnsworth Hancock Claims, Anthony Smith, and Elijah Kingery had a little bit of a oops out in Lake of the Ozarks, but kept it upright. And here's the battle between the Extremes, and back to the Mont Super Vs.
That's American Custom Marine.
He's staying out of the way, doesn't want to do anything that could upend the 2 boats battling it out in Super V. And here's the Argo Cat and the Wicked Cat. The Argo is the orange boat, the jackhammer boat, and the Wicked is a new 24-footer built in Southwest Florida.
Yeah, Wicked Marine boat. And boatfloater.com chasing the world champion and national champion XINSURANCE Statement Marine.
Yeah, and Safe Cash is right there too.
Safe Cash XINSURANCE is following up in second. Get a wide shot as those boats go around the opening turn, followed by the Cat 300 boats.
And there's the 32 Phantom that used to run as Mr. Technology, the XINSURANCE Safe Cash.
So we're underway here, the Michigan City race, the XINSURANCE Offshore Great Lakes Grand Prix. Live coverage at Race World Offshore's Facebook page and YouTube channels as the big V-bottom boats come rumbling down the westbound lane. from the Porte Products Broadcast Center. Porte Products builds the ultimate outboard transom lift system, boasting horsepower capacities to 1,000 per engine and carrying up to 1,500 pounds of weight per engine. Let us build one for you. Go to PorteProducts.com. Good look at Hancock Claims, Farnsworth Racing, Elijah Henry, Anthony Smith in the 42 Fountain. And now they race down the straightaway towards the fans. Get a good shot of those boats and getting ready to finish their first lap.
Yep.
American Custom Marine, Chartier Construction, St. Clair, Michigan. Here she comes.
And Farnsworth has the lead in the Super V.
Turned that lap at 97 miles an hour. Farnsworth right up there with the Chartier construction boat. He's going wide. I think he's going to lead those two guys to race. And down the straightaway, he'll pull.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Well, he, if he wanted, he could turn those 1350s into 1550 mode. He might do that if he gets beat here.
So Farnsworth has really got that boat running well.
Yeah, Anthony Smith has it.
Scorpion Power back to your lead boats in Mod V. Nick Buis, JJ Turk, and the X-Insurance Statement Marine team.
I think that's also Scorpion Power, isn't it? Isn't that a Frank McComas engine? Yeah.
Yep, it is. Yeah. 650. Boatfloater.com, the father and son team, the Killdalls, Steve and Steven.
They run Innovation Power out of Sarasota, Florida, a longtime engine builder. Then back to the Statement X Insurance boat.
Finishing up their first lap. Somebody's down on the course. Was that Farnsworth? I don't know. I'm just speculating. Had an unclear shot. Mini jackhammer there, or jackhammer mini. Ricardo Maldonado and Connor Langheim. That's that 23 Argo Cat as we flip back to the Mod V leading group. So it was X Insurance, Statement Marine, and Boatfloater.com.
Yeah, it might be Safe Cash. We'll have to see if they come by. But yeah. I tried to look down the course with binoculars, and I thought it looks like that profile.
Good look overhead from the X Insurance Helicam of an early Mark Spates built Extreme. And then back to our lead boats, and a big lead for the Mini Jackhammer.
Yep. And this is, oh, we got a yellow flag.
So a yellow flag out, means caution.
So when they fly the yellow flag, it's you just have to you basically have to proceed with caution in the vicinity of where the yellow flag is waved. It's not the whole course.
Overhead, boatfloater.com, 29 Extreme. The Killdalls having Britt Lilly, who now owns and builds Extreme Power boats, ordered a new one for 2026, but doing pretty good in the old girl this year. As we watch our leaders come through, continuing to average right about 90 miles an hour here today. Not really the water they're looking for, still running well. Farnsworth Hancock Claims.
Yeah, I think the Farnsworth Hancock Claims is probably more of a calm water boat than Knucklehead. Knucklehead likes the bumpier water. And here's the Statement X Insurance Mod V dancing along. They will walk a little bit side to side. They're a narrow beam boat, but these guys run them real well. Mark Spates designed the big Statement V-bottoms.
That's
and
right.
Nick Buis, who builds the Statement boats, as soon as he got in, he said, oh, feels like a Statement. So he took to it very quickly, and he and JJ run the boat real well.
The late Mark Spates, he changed the deck on the boat. That's the Steve Miklos boat.
Yep.
And the late Mark Spades passing away unexpectedly, and Steve Miklos acquiring those molds and giving them to Britt Lilly to begin LXB's building of the Extreme hulls in Arnold, Maryland, and that's where the legend continues.
Yeah, Britt's doing a heck of a job. He put in time with the folks up at Skater, learning to do the lamination and all the composite work, and he's one of the best painters and graphic guys you'll ever see.
Oh, no doubt. We saw that team frame boat, the Key West boat his old LSB boat. As we look at boatfloater.com, we saw the lead V-bottoms getting ready to go around the Cat 300 boats there earlier.
That boat floater has to be one of the longest standing continuous sponsorships in the sport.
Oh, absolutely. They're a good look overhead. The 23 Argo out of Manatee Marine. There you see American Custom Marine just flying by.
Yep. Yeah. Jack Hammer with Connor Langheim and Ricardo Maldonado. There's 3 Maldonados throttling this weekend. But here goes American Custom. That's got to be fun just doing that.
So happy to see them here in Michigan City, Indiana.
But Anthony Smith is not going to let any money go by him.
Oh, no. And there's your overall leader in Super V. Hancock Claims, Farnsworth Racing. Kingery and Smith with the lead heading into the turn. To watch 2 class boats running. Now them turning that lap at right around 100 miles an hour. They turned up their speed. Two minutes, 38 seconds around on that lap. All of these are just from our tricky stopwatches from our broadcast center position here above the VIP area on the beautiful beaches as we watch racing. So coming up after this one at 11:45, factory stock gets going. The factory stock boats will run 10 laps.
Yep.
And then 1 p.m. Super Cats have 12 laps. 6 boats will be racing today. Our biggest classes are coming up at 2 p.m. The biggest class, Super Stock, which has 14 boats. They'll race 10 laps. And the last race of the day, the big Pro Class 1 teams at 3:30 with 6 teams will run 12 laps.
And before we forget, I want to say happy birthday to 11-year-old Max Blyle. We hope you're enjoying the races, and thanks for being here.
Happy birthday, Max. Big day. Look at the XINSURANCE Wicked hull. The fellows building those boats in South Florida. Easily teamed up with the 300R engine and a Porte bracket to go racing in Cat 300 class.
And here's these 2 classic fountains. Anthony and Elijah are not letting the higher powered boat get away from them. Running a nice line through the turn.
Come by the fans here once again. We're seeing our lead boats in Mod V. XINSURANCE in front of the fans here at Michigan City, but back to our overall leader, American Custom Marine, running unopposed in extreme class. There's your leader in Mod V. American Custom Marine, the overall leader, buzzing through, putting some distance between them and
yep.
Hancock Claims. Clock them here.
Stretching it out.
Yep, still running it better than 100 miles an hour now. Turned it up a bit. There's your leader in Super V, Hancock Claims, followed by Knuckleheads with Ed Smith and Brian
Knuckleheads
Klinick.
just made a tight turn. They might get him here.
You're right. Can't see it on screen, but he dove to the inside as Hancock Claims went way outside. And Knuckleheads.
Yeah, Knuckleheads just made the move and got around him. I hadn't seen Brian Klinick's name before on an entry, so he might be a new driver, and Ed Smith is just getting him settled. And then he decided to make his move.
There's your leader in Cat 300.
The Argo.
Yep.
With the skater canopy.
A Finnish boat that raced overseas, won championships in Scandinavia. The Manatee Marine Unlimited team got that boat, imported it, and completely redid it. Did completely resurfaced the bottom and put a skater cockpit cut down on it.
And here's the 24-foot Wicked with the teenagers, Owen Buis and Cameron Turk. If I'm not mistaken, both Hall of Champions inductees in their young careers.
These boats, yep, very fast. They are. Talked to Ricardo Maldonado, who's throttling for Connor Langheim. He says they're kind of scary because he's been in a super stock boat at 32 feet.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's like, it's a little different, Todd. It's fast. You got to be careful, and it's very tight in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for skinny kids. I don't know that you and I would be too comfortable in there.
A little claustrophobic, I'd say. XINSURANCE with Owen Buis on board and
Cameron Turk.
Cameron Turk. The boat riding nice here today.
Yeah, they're getting used to it, you know.
You can see a little setback there. It's got the Porte hydraulic bracket. The boat can adjust the height of the engine based on the conditions. Get their X dimension where they need it based on the conditions. We're going to see American Custom Marine go around the leader in Mod V here in front of the fans of the VIP Center. We're looking at the lead Super V boat, Knuckleheads. Yeah, an American Custom Marine turning this lap at 1:04.9 unofficially. So they've turned up the horsepower. Knuckleheads leading in Super V.
I mean, years ago, you'd have all different classes on the course at the same time, and you'd have a 24 or 25-foot boat and a 40-foot catamaran would come flying by, and the closing rate was always tricky for the faster boat to make sure they didn't put themselves in a precarious spot.
Super V boats running 10 laps, 8 for Mod Vs, and 6 for Cat 300s.
So we're halfway through the Cat 300 race and halfway through the Mod Vs.
Sister ship to the Super Cat to Hancock Claims.
And Anthony will throttle that one too. Anthony Smith from Brick, New Jersey.
Christian McCauley will jump into the cockpit with him. Looking down the
tunnel of the Argo.
Yep, down towards the west here on the beaches just offshore as Jackhammer Mini passes through.
So if Connor Langheim continues to lead this, he'll have 2 wins for the weekend. If he didn't break out yesterday.
Here we see Mod Vs and Super Vs side by side. Heavy double engine power to the top. Going into the east turn. Your leader in Mod V, XINSURANCE, 29 extreme hull. Back to Cat 300. Fans on the beach could watch this boat come right down in front of you the further down east you are, as well as our overall leader, American Custom Marine, Chartier Construction, Mike Knobloch, Chris Uzi. We're gonna have a little traffic coming up in front of them right now as the slower boat, Cat 300, is just passing through on its next lap, mini jackhammer. But here comes 1350 Mercury turbocharged engines and a big fountain. And they'll be careful as they come around this turn with mini jackhammer in front of them at about 103 miles an hour unofficially on that lap. Right behind them, That's 23 feet. Here comes 42 feet. Well, it's a 42, I believe, cut down to 40, if I remember correctly. No, it's a 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked with Chris Uzi this morning because he's raced a lot of the single engine Mod V boats, and I asked what this one was like, and he just smiled. And there we see the Farnsworth boat going around. Wow. I almost wonder if they're having some type of an issue. Because Knucklehead is really checked out.
Yeah, and Farnsworth was fast early. So while the race is cruising along here, almost to the 3/4 mark, we do have Tristan Collins down in the X Insurance pit area to give us an update, and we're going to go to her here momentarily as we look at boatfloater.com. Tristan will be reporting throughout the day and getting our winners as well coming up. American Custom Marine. Good shot overhead for a team from St. Clair, Michigan.
There's our Mod V leader. They will be back out today in Pro Class 1 in X Insurance North. They blew a transmission in that boat yesterday after showing some early speed. But this boat's looking good. They're not having any issues, knock on wood, so far today with this one, with the Mod V boat.
All the way on the far end of the course here. The nose up a little bit there.
Yep.
Chine walking through the turn. Gonna settle that boat down and trim it out and get back to speed. Any jackhammer out in front, they'll be coming around them. This is the Race World Offshore live stream, brought to you by Maximum Inflation. American Custom Marine continuing to run strong here today. Broadcasting on our Facebook channel and YouTube.com. 3 laps to go for this team. Knuckleheads.
Yep.
Continuing to lead in Super V. 572 Sterling Performance engines in a 40-foot fountain. And Hancock Claims holding second.
Sterling is under new ownership now.
Yep.
I believe they're calling it Sterling Marine now.
Sterling Marine.
I think we'll have to check.
Cade Wilson was down in the pits to get a chance to interview him on our podcast a couple of weeks ago. Met one of his new and actually an old employee, Jason Mast, who was talking to the teams now working back with Sterling as well. So they were on site this week.
Yep.
And they have a Super Cat racing later, and Vinny Diorio's 40-foot outer limits rolling transport.
Boat ran good the other day, yesterday in qualifying, so he was real happy with his new driver, Sean Connor.
We've seen Jackhammer and TFR Insurance come through for another lap.
And here's Boat Floater.
Boat Floater running in second in Mod V. Statement Marine continues to hold the lead, the X Insurance Statement Marine team. 3 laps to go for Mod V. Is that correct?
They're running 8. Yep. So
yeah, 3 more laps.
And the
them.
Cat 300 should be on their last lap.
See our second place boat, 29 Extreme. Steve and Stephen Kildall.
First generation, right?
Yes, correct. Early build, I believe 2004. And again, look for them next year in a new 29 Extreme that Britt Lilly is going to be working on in this season. Finishing up for them next year.
X Insurance
US
Cat
Turk.
300 should be on its white flag lap.
Back back to our overall leader with great speed. Now passing back and looking at our second place boat and Cat 300. Immediately following this one is the factory stock race for a slight break for refueling Super Cats at 1 o'clock. 2 p.m. Super Stocks, and at 3:30 Pro Class 1 American Custom Marine Chartier Construction. Knobloch and Uzi, followed by Hancock Claims on the screen, which is running second in Super V. Starting to cool down there.
I think that was Knucklehead running in first.
Yeah, and then they flashed briefly to Hancock.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, so Hancock is continuing to run in second. Couple laps left for these big V-bottom boats.
They kept the Taboo livery when they purchased, when Win Farnsworth purchased the boat from the Mazzoni family.
Manatee Marine comes up with
Yeah,
the greatest color schemes, great paint jobs.
Yeah, they do like the red. They have a leaning towards bright red.
Yeah, the bright orange, red, and that was a custom creation of the Ricky Maldonado.
Yep.
Was with him the day he went to the paint shop and ordered it. He was very particular. He's got a good. They've got a great crew at Manatee Marine. Completely redone this boat, and it is fantastic. There's our overall leader in Mod V. XINSURANCE Statement Marine, Nick Buis, JJ Turk against Scorpion Power. And his son Owen, the sons of both the fellows, JJ Turk, Cameron Turk's in that boat with Owen, Nick's son. And Reese Langheim's son, Reese and Sarah Langheim, of Manatee, co-owners of Manatee Marine Unlimited. Connor is on board with Ricardo, Ricky's son. It's a family affair for Manatee Marine Unlimited. Jackhammer Mini leading in Cat 300, coming through on what I count as lap number 6.
Yeah, I did too, and I didn't see a flag, so.
Yeah. Back to American Custom Marine, St. Clair, Michigan. 42 Fountain, big Mercury turbocharged power. Highest horsepower boat here in Michigan City, being trailed pretty closely by the Jackhammer team. Excuse me, the Knuckleheads team with its big 572 Sterling engines. So naturally aspirated power chasing the big turbocharged power. Ed Smith and Uzi Knuckleheads. They're getting a little closer to American Custom Marine. Unofficially turned that lap at 1:01.6. So they got up to about 1:05, 1:06, and then settled down right at around 100.
They should be on their white flag lap,
Yeah,
too.
they should. Hancock Claims.
Yep.
Team Farnsworth, second overall in Super V. Again, their sister ship will be running later today in Super Cat class at 1 p.m. And Anthony Smith, who's throttling right now, will get back into that boat, get back into the Super Cat boat, which is a 40 MTI. Marine Technologies. Catamaran.
Wentzville, Missouri.
Your overall leader for the Mod V class. Had a really successful year. Overhead of Knuckleheads. That's one of those moves on the far side of the course where Rick Lindsay is getting on a high bank
Yep.
And trying to catch his chopper up to speed to some of these boats that he's having trouble chasing down. Talked to Parker about that, talked about his dad's technique, still working on it. His A-Star chopper is being refurbished, hopes to have it back soon. And that one keeps up with these boats much better. Still great shots that they provide to us, and the entire X Insurance Sports team working down in the pits and putting together amazing interviews with Tristan Collins down in the pits, and as well that they're posting online. X Insurance leading boatfloater.com in second.
Yeah, all of these should be getting close to winding down.
Seeing a flag being waved.
That was a checkered flag.
Yeah, it was. So X Insurance.
I just don't know if it's for them or for State American Custom Marine.
Well, they were waving it when Boat Floater went by.
Okay, and Boat Floater's going in.
Yep.
So the Mod V race should be done.
Yeah, the overall average speed, right about 92 miles an hour for American Custom Marine. That's all unofficial from our stopwatch. And there's your winner today in Cat 300, the Mini Jackhammer. Taking first place in Super V, Knuckleheads, and here comes your second place boat. Team Farnsworth Hancock Claims.
Say hello to the original namesake for the boat, Lisa Mazzoni, when it was called Taboo. I think that's the daughter, right?
That's correct. Lisa's. Yep. Hey, Lisa. How was the Downton Abbey movie? I'll have to look online. She's a big Downton Abbey fan, as I am. I have depth, Colby. Don't look at me like that. Hancock Claims takes second. Here comes second place boat in Cat 300, the X Insurance team. Buis and Turk, just like their dads, having a nice day out here on the waters of Lake Michigan.
I think this is their first finish of 2025. Owen ran the boat with Mike Stancombe in Key West last year.
That's right.
This will be their the first complete race and podium finish for the two teenagers in the boat. So congrats to them.
Looks like the dads went back out for an extra lap.
Or maybe they're trying to catch them so they get that.
And get that side-by-side
shot. The Ford finish at the 24 Hours of Le Mans all those years ago.
A little bit of a, they're going to run a little bit. Catch up to them.
And don't forget, Chuck Buis is probably the guy who ran the pace boat to start at least one of those races.
That's right.
Lots of families in this sport.
So all the boats have come around. Immediately following, we've got the factory stock boats, 4 to be racing. These are the wide catamarans, big tunnels, and the Mercury Racing 500s on the back, twin 500 horsepower engines. 39-foot MTIs, 3 of them, and 1 new factory stock boat out of Manatee Marine Unlimited, the Valor Cat, with Reese Lingheim and Julia Maldonado. Knuckleheads, your winner today in Super V.
Yeah, I think once Ed Smith decided he was comfortable with the driver, it was time to go.
Yep. I'd like to thank our local partners here in Michigan City, as you're also listening live here in the Michigan City, LaPorte County area on WIMS 95.1 FM, 1420 AM, and out there on the highway, if you're traveling through, you can pick us up in Valparaiso at 106.7 FM, and you can tune in at WIMSradio.com. Also, for those of you who are watching from home on the Access LaPorte County Media Channel. As your winners in Mod V, X Insurance, Statement Marine. You're listening to live coverage of the X Insurance Offshore Great Lakes Grand Prix here on Race World Offshore's Facebook page and YouTube channels. Next up for us, Chicago, Windy City, a Labor Day weekend. Then we end the national season at the Race World Offshore Clearwater Nationals the end of September. And everyone's looking forward, of course, to ending the season in Key West, the historic 44th annual RWO Key West World Championships, which are coming up the first week of November. 3 days of racing, big street party on Duval in Key West. And you get to see the flag tossing here. Flag presentation. Easy to toss today, and not so much wind out there, and it's coming off the shore, which makes it a lot easier. So X Insurance Statement Marine takes their checkered flag. Now American Custom Marine will come around. Get theirs.
I'm trying to think the last time. It's not that often that you see two fountains with Arneson surface drives in a race.
That's true.
There weren't many built.
And this American Custom Marine boat, steerable Arneson surface drives, as well as the Hancock Claims team boat.
Now, did Mike build that boat, or did he buy it from someone?
Don't have an answer to you on
Yeah.
that one. It's a good question. They sure put a lot of work into that, and had
That's
good
a beaut.
conversations with the teams. Now the fans get a chance to see this boat up close. Knuckleheads will take their checkered flag for Super V. Hey, Ed Smith. Classic 40 fountain. Used to be the instigator team of Pete Meyer.
Long Island, New York.
Ed Smith carrying on its tradition. Knuckleheads winner today in Super V.
That's one boat I'd like to see them put some big power in and take it to the shootout.
Yeah, it would be very cool. All right, we're going to have more for you here from the Porte Products Broadcast Center in a moment. Maximum Inflation live stream continues, raceworldoffshore.com and Race World Offshore's YouTube channels. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be hearing from Tristan Collins shortly with an X Insurance pit cam as well. More from the X Insurance Great Lakes Grand Prix, Michigan City, Indiana, when we return after this.